There's something I've been noticing a lot with people in the Sonic community. Since Sonic characters don't talk about certain adventures of theirs, like things that have an adventure, 1 and 2, they think that Sonic characters have forgotten about them. Like as if every game's like a soft reboot of some sort. That doesn't really make much sense to me. Now, normally, in the real world, people don't always have to talk about what they did 3 or 4 years ago. You know, people don't usually do that. Grandparents, yeah, they'll like to reminisce about the times where iPhones didn't exist and, you know, World War II was still going on. I don't know what they talk about. But like, and then you also have those people that just want to always talk about their life over and over again. Like, just get a YouTube channel. But like, a lot of people aren't usually like that. They just talk about what's in the moment, or the future really, or maybe what happened 10 minutes ago. While Sonic games are a piece of fiction and aren't meant to be real, they still have some sense of realism to them, like general conversing. For example, when you're talking to your best friend and there's a man about to jump off a roof, surely you wouldn't be talking about how big of a buffet you had during your wife's baby shower that one time, like as if it's a Family Guy episode. I mean, maybe I'm the weird one, but to me, that's just out of place. Eggman's recordings in Frontiers pleases the people that are looking for that sense of remembrance by talking about the Ark, the Black Aliens, Dark Gaia.
Who were the ancients? They predate any civilization by a wide margin. The Echidnas? Pfft. The Black Arms? Please. The Babylonians? Hardly. And yet they didn't seem to influence the world beyond these 3 piddly islands. Why? What stopped them from conquering the world?
For him and story purposes, he's trying to figure out his situation by seeing if those past events have any connection to the cyberspace he's in. That's why they're being brought up. It's not just out of place, out of order. He's bringing up past events for story purposes. That's the beauty of storytelling. You can't just insert things for just the sake of fan service, which I know a lot of people like to throw that word around. But what you have to realize is when you have it connected to the story, it really gets you world building points. North Star Island, for example, was talked about in a Tales Tube episode, and they explained how the use of emerald powers are limited only to the island. A lot of people are wondering, why don't people ever use the emerald powers? That seems really OP. They should just use them. Why don't you use them? Oh my god, And then I said on my stream a while ago on Twitch that they probably don't want to use the emerald powers simply because they can't, or they just don't want to. Simple as that. And what do you know? The Tales Tube episode said that the emerald powers are limited only to the island. So therefore, I kind of got that one right. You know, 2 points to TSG. Hey. But anyway, the theory was that Sonic Superstars took place in an alternate timeline, or the powers were retconned because the powers were never mentioned or used ever in the future games. So I thought that was silly, but you know, to each their own. I'm not gonna judge what people want to theorize, but however, I will fact check them. Is that judging? I don't know. But with the simple answer of the powers being limited to a place explains all of that. That's just one of the many reasons why adventures don't always need to get brought up. We'll always remember them. So will Sonic in the game. Trust me, no one's forgotten, except for Shadow. He's probably forgotten. But he'll eventually remember. He has a thing about that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Me personally, I want them to look towards the future of what adventures they want to go on, like how they did in Frontiers with Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. That I want to see more of. And hopefully I'll see more of you next time. Stay blue, have an S-rank day. See ya.